Welcome back to Down to Earth Mystic for a new flavor of video. So I'll give you the premise and then I'll just dive into raw, real talk because I think that is very healing for everyone who's listening as well as myself. But a couple of friends of mine whose YouTube channels I will link below have started to fearlessly be authentic and to share the raw emotion, the good, the bad, the ugly, the real authenticity. And it's encouraging for me, but it's also something that I would love to see go viral. So I will do at least one video. I promised that I would, and we'll see how it goes. But I just wanted to give that platform, that possibility, that environment for someone to feel seen, heard, understood. So I'm going to be real and raw with you. I thought about what I'll talk about, but I didn't plan out the details, so I'm just going to spill it. So, to the point. I have mentioned in a video that I, on a whim, decided that I was going to move across the country to where I grew up. I was living on one side of the country for 11 years, and I visited my family where I grew up and decided it's time to go back. And so I did. I ripped the Band-Aid off, I took action, I made it happen. And at first it seemed like everything was just completely falling into place. I felt like on top of the world and high in life and just, so excited to see what was being revealed and how the universe and I were co-conspiring to kind of bring in my biggest dreams and my best reality. And of course there were bumps in the road. I had to sell my condo and pack all my things and go across the country. So I made it. I'm here. I'm where maybe that's a slip that the universe put in there, but the destination that I was intending, which may actually be destiny, but to be completely honest, I'm scared. I am loving living with my brother and his roommate, and it is really awesome to have company all the time. I lived by myself where I moved from, and I grew to love my independence. And at the moment, I'm loving having company, but there's also this fear that I'm going to start to really miss my individuality and my independence and being able to just do whatever I want whenever I wanted, and I didn't have to worry about who was parked where in the driveway and things like that. And I'm just it's getting really real. It's part of what made me feel so at ease about moving here is that I had a job that I thought was in the bag. I thought I was just like a matter of sealing the deal. That's just the last few details. It really felt right. The interview went really well. I had a second interview that went very well. It was just a matter of, from my understanding, narrowing down which location I was going to work for. And then the communication stopped. And the lady who interviewed me will not return my calls. And it's freaking me out. Now, I have to admit that there were parts of me that said, I really want this job. And then there are other parts of me that are like, do I really want to still be in this field? Do I love this field? So I feel that I actually manifested that cutting off of communication. I manifested things completely falling apart because in my heart I wasn't 100% sure that I wanted to do that type of work. I know that I'm meant to do something spiritual. I know that I'm meant to be somewhat of a spiritual guide in some capacity, but I always wondered, like, is it blatantly that out in the open, or is it just like a 9-to-5 typical job that I end up meeting people in the most epic ways because the universe aligns the meetings and it aligns us interacting in the way that we need to allow both my wisdom to come through and help them, but also for me to be affected positively by having that interaction with that person. I believe, honestly, that's what life is like. We consistently experience things that are meant to happen, and that's there's no way around that. Like, destiny is destiny. As much as it might feel chaotic at times, like, it's all the right things that are happening. But even as I say that, and I honestly believe that, and I feel it in my bones and in my soul that that's how things are, I'm freaking out because I don't have a job yet. And I've been on this new side of the country, or returned to the side of the country where I grew up, and I've been here for 3 weeks. I don't have a job yet. And the sale of my condo didn't go through as well as it initially planned. I didn't have the funds that I thought I would. I didn't make nearly as much profit as I thought I would. Thought I'd be able to float for like a month and a half while I finalized the details on this job that felt like it was in the bag, and it hasn't happened. I got less profit than I thought I would. And I have no idea what field I want to be in. I have ideas of career paths, of things that I want to do that help people in a big way, but it's not something that I can just... I feel like I'm limiting myself by saying this, but it feels like it's something I can't just start tomorrow and just hit the ground running. It feels like there's something that needs to be built in my own business, and in the meantime, it's smart and logical, and I'm hearing myself say things that I've said in former video or previous videos that are contradicting this, what I'm trying to say, but it feels like the smart and logical thing to do, to have a job with what I know that I can support myself with, and then build my dreams and follow my heart kind of in my off time and not in my core job time. Because as much as I am spiritual, and as much as I do have faith in the universe and everything happens the way it needs to, I'm also a Taurus and I want that stability, and I want that known, and that control to make it work the way that I feel it's supposed to. And that's so conflicting. That is so opposing. To say that I have faith, and to say that I need stability, and to say that I need known and safe. I mean, who's gonna be able to experience their wildest dreams by being safe? Not many people. Unless their wildest dreams would be 9 to 5, where everything is structured and perfect, and not even perfect, but just what you should do, right? So here's that. I mean, I'm being open and real and honest. It's possible to be spiritual and to be human at the same time. Well, we're all doing it, no matter how much we want not to, but it is possible to have faith and freak out at the same time. But the more growth that I know that I will experience, the more faith I'll have, and the less freak out and fear that I will have, because faith and fear don't live together very well. But we're human, and we're all going to experience them both. And so I guess what I'm being raw and real about is that I have my moments. I have my moments of knowing it is 100% perfect. It is 100% fine. Everything is going to be much, much better than I could possibly imagine. Therefore, I should not set expectations and just allow the universe to bring it to me. Obviously, take action, but allow the universe to deliver my destiny and my fate to me with the faith that it will be perfect. But yet, I'm still freaking out. I still have a great deal of anxiety about the fact that I don't have as much financial freedom as I once thought that I was going to. Things changed. Things went different, as life does. So I feel so conflicted. I feel so obviously stressed. I feel any person would understand that I am stressed out in my current situation, but I also feel that I'm almost not practicing what I preach by even knowing that the fear exists in me. But yet I know I also should not be so hard on myself, because that's just going to lower my vibration and attract other things that I don't really want. And so I feel like that's kind of the big picture here, is that I feel conflicted, I feel hypocritical, and not raw and real and genuine the way that I crave to be. And so, like I mentioned, I am very encouraged by a couple of my friends who are doing videos just like this, and it is epic. I guess this is just me discovering it and sharing with you at the same time. It is epic to see the growth that is happening in both of my friends as well as everyone around them, just by experiencing their authenticity. And I've heard of so many stories already in a very short amount of time of how impactful their authenticity has been. And so I'm hoping, honestly, it's not necessarily a goal or an expectation, it's just, it feels like there's no way other than this, that the more authenticity that we see, the more authenticity that we reveal intentionally, the more growth and healing we're going to see in every single person around us, on every single person on this earth. That is what we crave. Ridiculously, it is what we crave, but what we fear the most, because we fear, when we're authentic, that we're not going to be accepted. But the most ridiculous opposite reality exists, in that the more authenticity that you express, the more people that are drawn to you, because there's just some energy that beams off of you when you're authentic. See, I will not edit that. When you are authentic and real and raw, and it gives everyone else permission to do the same. How epic would that be if literally everybody on earth could be fearlessly authentic and be 100% themselves? How amazing would that be if we could just say, I'm not even sorry, this is who I am. If you don't like it, that's okay, but if you love it, that's awesome too, right? I mean, that's it. It is the most direct way to cut out the people in your life that shouldn't be there, and to attract all the people that should. It is the most direct and genuine way to find your tribe, to find your heart and your soul, and just beam love and be love and accept love, and know that you are worthy of love. To know that just being real. I mean, that's a very simple way to put it, but just being real is all it takes. I seriously would venture to say that that is the meaning of life. To find that place in your life or find that comfort within yourself, within your soul, to be you 100%, and to be accepted, and not necessarily by chance, but by law. I don't even know what law to call it, but like I mean, I would imagine that's an element of the law of attraction, but just because it is what it is versus chance or maybe, or oh my gosh, I just won the lottery, because not literally the lottery, but feel like it, because it's okay to be you and you're accepted at the same time. It's unbelievable to me how wrong society generally has it, to put on a show, to put on a fake act and say everything's good, I'm fine, when inside, I mean, we've all seen those cartoons, or those, there's a better word for it that I'm not coming up with, but we've all seen those images on Facebook or wherever we find it, where there's a person on the outside smiling saying, I'm good, I'm fine, and then there's this internal depiction of them that is the exact opposite of fine. And rather than being that, rather than living that, I am begging you and I am challenging you to be you through love. If you're an angry person, I think that's something to work on internally. But if you're a happy person, or if you just love butterflies, or you just get super excited about the color purple, or whatever it is, I know those are silly examples, but whatever it is that makes you you, do it. Do it unapologetically, please. The world needs that, because the more we do it, the more love that just starts radiating off of every single person on this world, or on this earth. And I want that to be a part of this lifetime. Selfishly, I want to experience it. But it's actually not selfish at all to want that, because it means everyone else is happy. And who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want everyone, including yourself, to find the happiest version of yourself by being you? Simply put, you, the genuine version of you. All right, I'm gonna stop rambling, but I hope that was helpful. Please comment below with any questions. Please, I challenge you to do a video either like this or something that's inspired in you, but whatever it is, make it authentic, please. Have a lovely day. Thank you for watching.